Alright. I can already see what I'm basically going to do for the week. So, on a weekly standpoint, I don't really see this as good or bad or anything. It's kind of whatever. We've obviously building some really big volume weeks. And it looks like we're going to continue it. Last week I was wondering if we're going to start to slow down, just based on the weekly range and the weekly size of the candle. It's obvious that we are still keeping the volume. What I don't want is to be stuck in some bullshit next week. I either want us to be trending down heavily or trending up heavily. I really don't want to be pushing back into this weekly range. We're 4 weeks deep. If we go 5 weeks deep into it, it's just going to be a nightmare. I want to be moving up here. If we try to lose lows on these last 2 weeks and move down, that's also awesome, but I really don't want to be stuck in this bullshit. I'm going to be super careful of that. Also, if you look at it, we have strong weekly structure here that we pushed into, and we're literally like sitting on it. We rejected it, we're sitting under it. We did get up above these last 3 weeks range, barely, and above the EMA, but it's like barely, and we're sitting under the last week's structure as well. So I don't really see this as like super bullish. I'm not like super long biased, super short biased. For this to be like a really solid move, we would need a lower wick on a weekly from the open and then a move up. That's also assuming that we don't gap up or we don't gap down for the weekly open. That would be assuming that we open flat like this. It would be a really clean move if we can start moving down, get stuck somewhere here, and then flip it green for a green week. We would have a nice bottom wick here. We would be pushing structure and we would have so much to work with up here. Even if we just target this other weekly structure up here, it's like what, 600 points? Yeah. Even that is 600 points. If we start moving above this and really trending up, it'd be really nice. But that's also assuming that we don't gap up, that we don't gap down, that we open flat. We have this weekly structure here. If we start moving up above this, it'd be really nice. But at the same time, if we open flat and then move straight up, it would just be another wick. I would be assuming that this would be a wick if we move straight up for a move down, which would keep me like really cautious for the longs. We'll have to see what the open is. I'm interested to see if we open flat, if we move up, move down. I'd really like to see us move up through this range, up through this weekly structure, out of this 4-week bullshit that we've had. So what that would be, dailies just look like we have a shitty breakout. We have this beautiful move down, clean move down. Daily breakout. For this to coincide with the weekly, we could open up a daily, move back down, test somewhere lower, and then move up. It would give us a lower weekly wick. It would also coincide with the daily retest of the shitty little breakout that we had. How far away is that? 300 points, eh? Tough. I'm gonna watch this 19,380, 400 area. Crazy, even that's like 250, 300 points away. It'll be tough. All of this structure here. Clean rejects on it. Up above it, wicking it out on the 4 hour. Big bounce. It's kind of going to be, I'm not even going to try to bounce this level just based on this 4 hour uptrend. We have a low down here, we have a higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. We're going like this. I'd be keeping this level as more of a deciding level, and I would want to be more of a bounce if we hold above it and short underneath it. 19,387. It seems so close on the 4 hour, but we're still pretty far. We would need a little bit of a move down. It's almost 200 points underneath us. Do we have any previous action on it? Oh, tons. Beautiful. Bounce, bounce. 19,389. Which will probably be, oh, 387, sorry. Which will basically be like 19,400. I'd probably be entering there. Clean. So being that it's really close and being that we are kind of in a dead uptrend, I would want to be super careful on this level. It's one of those levels that we're close enough where if we move down, we might hold it for a bounce and then just rock it up. But if we lose it, we have this really shitty kind of dead uptrend, which we've been making higher lows off of since like what? The beginning of the month. So if we lose this with any sort of momentum, it's going to get disgusting. But that's going to be the level I watch underneath us. 19,387, 19,400. It's probably super close on the weekly. Get out of here. Yeah, it's going to be a heavily trend-dependent day. It's really close on the weekly structure, and if we get a bottom wick of the next weekly, it could be underneath this, so we could still lose this lower level, move down, just create some sort of wick, even down to like the structure, and then move up. So we'll be careful of that, because this in itself would be a massive trend, and it'd be super easy to catch a piece of this. So I'm going to be super trend-based. It's close enough where we can see if we move down and actually hold the level, it'll just take an extra 5-minute candle or two and move up. And if we don't hold the level and we just crash on it, then I would just wait to see if we get a retest. If we retest it and then we start moving down, I'll just get a piece of the move down. If we lose the level, move back up, we don't get the retest, and then we're like this, then I'll probably just do nothing, because then we'll probably do some weird bullshit. Trend dependent underneath us. I would really like to see if we bounce it. Like that would be my primo trade. Would be moving down, holding it, bounce back up. That's what I would prefer, but I would just be super cautious of losing this. It looks really clean. I guess it is really clean, but 19,387, 19,400. I would like a bounce underneath us, but I'm going to be careful in case we lose it. Very trend dependent. We've got some big ass ranges, man. 19,700 above us. It's not that big actually. This is definitely doable on a Monday. I don't think we'll be sitting there that long. Clean, clean, clean action. Clean. All of this. Rejects, rejects, bounce, 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 bounce. Way back to September, August, July. Nothing but clean action, man. rejecting it like it's the end of the world here for weeks. From August to September, rejecting the shit out of 19.7. Massive reject. 2,000 point reject off the level. Big bounce. Held up a 2,000 point move down. Yeah, it's going to be this 19.7 for me. Strong level. That is a strong level. $19.7, which would probably be a reject. We would need like disgusting long momentum. $19.387, $19.7 above us. My real preference would be this. And this. I would be very, very, very cautious of this. Just because of this trend. I don't like this. This is really ugly to me. It's actually not that far. It's pretty tight range. It's even like gappable. I wouldn't be surprised if we were down here, up here when we open today. Not bad. 19.387, 19.700, 704 if you want to be tight with it. Clean, not bad. It will be trend dependent, especially if we move down. I would be happy to short this level and put on a reject. Win or loss, doesn't matter. But if we move down, I gotta be a little bit careful at that level. A little bit careful. Especially if we lost the level and just moved down to hit like equal lows with this or some bullshit. It'd be shitty. Think you're gonna get a short trend and you just bounce these lows. I think that's really all I got. We can take a quick peek at ES, but I really have not been fucking with ES for like, I don't know, last 6 months, a year. No. I would have wanted to reject here. It's the strongest bottom. This. Yeah, I'm not going to touch ES. We're like on it. This would be my deciding level for ES. 55, 60, 50. It would be like a do nothing level. It would be see if we reclaim this and we take out this insane move down. High, lower high, lower high, lower high. Next lower high, which we could lose, make a higher high. But I won't be touching ES. Nope. Simple. 15, 18 minute levels. Easy. Yeah, that's it. That is it. If you need anything, let me know. I will record this and post it in the Discord under the Sunday Levels 2025 tab. If we gap up crazy, gap down crazy, you never know with all this bullshit going on. We can readjust in the morning. But this looks pretty fucking good. Yeah. That is it. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your Sunday. Get some rest. Go to the gym. Do something. Go see your friends and family. Or do nothing and relax. Thank you.